Welcome, everyone, to the Currently On podcast. Today is Friday, August the 28th, 2020. It is currently 11:20 a.m. Central Time, and I'm coming to you from Abilene, Texas. Well, it's New Music Day, and unfortunately, I was doing so many different things this week that I really didn't get the chance to post, about certain albums or certain things, say on Wednesday or Thursday, which is really kind of the key to this podcast, even hopefully being successful, is I got to post about an album on Wednesday or Thursday. That usually gets a lot of downloads. And then going into Friday, while people are searching for that album or that artist, then they discover the podcast and they listen to me offering a preview or telling you what to look for or offering any insight into the album. That's really how I had the success that I have had. Now, I've been focusing on other things. I started doing a comprehensive review of AT&T TV. And, that kind of derailed because we made some videos where we were offering a detailed review of AT&T TV. And, YouTube then said we violated some copyright because I'm showing the screen of the television, even though the volume is completely down, I'm talking over it because images of certain television shows and movies are shown on the screen. Okay. Nobody can hear anything. Nobody can hear the dialogue, but because, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds, you can see on the screen as I'm talking about how the remote control does this, or this is how you change channels, or this is how you start the program over, whatever I'm trying to articulate in the video. I was told, nope, violation. So your videos are going to be removed. And I'm like, well, so I just spent hours working on that. That's over. So I need to finish my AT&T review. And what's frustrating is while I was putting all of my efforts into that, then getting, that thrown out for copyright violations. Obviously, then I wasn't focusing on new music. And so now, our numbers are way down and we've fallen off the charts for most of the Spotify podcasting charts, which I'm not completely disappointed about. And the reason why is because, remember, this entire podcast was kind of a dare. It was just to see what I could accomplish. I accomplished it. I made it to the number 2 trending podcast in the United States on Spotify. We made it to the top podcast chart. We even made it to the almost to the top of the news chart in the United States on Spotify. So I accomplished it. Yeah, congratulations. Now I have to transition into what's next. Do I continue the podcast? I don't have a sponsor. How long will it take to get a sponsor? What do I really want to figure? I don't know, but I know this. It's Friday. It's New Music Day. So I'm just going to go through, point some different albums out that I think you should look into. Obviously, maybe tomorrow I'll do a more in-depth review of 1 or 2 albums or whatever, depending on, I'm going to be doing a lot of watching movies and television today. So I may not even be able to get to that, but let me just point to a couple of things. Obviously, everyone probably knows the big album that came out, or at least the one that has a big name associated with it. Well, I don't even know if that's true, but I'll just go through some of these. Here we go. Let's go back to the top. Obviously, Smile by Katy Perry came out. All right. Now, Katy Perry, still a relatively big name. How relevant is she currently in the music industry? I don't know. Let's look here. I'm going to look at the charts really quick. Let's see here. These are the global charts. I want album charts. Give me a second here. See if we can get to album charts. Top charts. Here we go. I'm going to go to albums. Yeah. Okay. Number 1. Okay, let's see. Young Boy, Never Broke Again. That's up here. Lil Wayne, Rod Wave, Young Dolph, Nas, Pop Smoke, Juice WRLD, Pop Smoke, Money Man, Taylor Swift. Man, Katy Perry is not anywhere to be found. Oh, there she is. She's number 30. So Katy Perry, like, how how relevant is she? Now, maybe she will sell a lot of physical copies, but right now, at least on Apple, on the album chart, she's number 30. So, the album dropped last night, 11 p.m. Central Time, midnight. So it's 11:25 a.m. So it's, we're almost 12 hours into this. You think she would be higher? I don't know. Is Katy Perry, I hate to say this. If you think about it, when Katy Perry kind of hit the scene, I kissed a girl and I liked it. It was quote unquote a little controversial, a little edgy, a little rebellious. And now, does Katy Perry have that same vibe as being edgy? No, I don't think she does. So she's kind of in a transitional, like she's a pop. She's in the pop world, but she was kind of in this pop, rebellious kind of create a little kind of controversy. Where does she transition into? Like now, like that's over. I mean, just consider. Let me look at the lyrics here. I think I have the lyrics for Smile. Here, I got to turn the volume down because I don't want to get busted for any copyright violation. Yeah. Is that the song? I can't remember which song it was. Maybe it was Smile. If you look at the lyrics to Smile, let me read them to you. Yeah, I'm thankful. Scratch that baby. I'm grateful. Gotta say it. It's really been a while, but now I got back that smile. I'm so thankful. Scratch that baby. I'm grateful. Now you see me shine from a mile. Finally got back that smile every day. Groundhog Day. Going through the motions. Felt so fake. Not myself. Not my best. Felt like I failed the test. But every tear has been a lesson. Rejection can be God's protection. Now, remember, Katy Perry kind of started off as in quote unquote the Christian music world, right? Then she clearly appeared that she rejected that, rebelled against that whole world. She was going her own way. And now here she is in 2020. Rejection can be God's protection. Long, hard road to get that redemption, but no shortcuts to a blessing. Yeah, I'm thankful. Scratch that baby. I'm grateful. Got to see it's really been a while, but now I got back that smile. I'm so thankful. Scratch that baby. I'm grateful. I mean, this could literally show up on probably a contemporary Christian music channel. All right. I mean, it's all about being grateful, gratitude, getting your smile back, and just remember that line. And then she says things like this. Now I got a smile like Lionel Richie. I mean, like how, like that's just it. You know what it feels like? This feels like, I hate to say this. I hate to say this. You know the term dad rock? Rock and roll for dads, because now, they're grown up and this is the rock and roll that they listened to when they were younger. So now it's dad rock. Okay. It's like, has Katy Perry become mom pop? Right? It just feels like, that just feels like something, a mom would like, an older woman, She was younger, she was rebellious, but now she's older. She has a job. She has a child. She has a family. She's not as rebellious anymore. She's kind of grown up. And now, it's about being grateful and a blessing and God, and see what's the line about God again? Let me find it one more time. Rejection can be God's protection, the long, hard road to get that redemption. Just if you read some of these lyrics, you're just kind of like this. So has she lost her edge? Now, is there may still be a big market out there for moms now, right? I don't know. It just seems weird. It just seemed that Katy Perry once was kind of like, hey, I was this Christian artist. I rejected that. I moved on. I'm kind of rejecting how my parents, raised me. I'm going to go do my own thing. I'm going to make my own way. I'm going to do it my way. And now it's like she just released a song that literally could be on, Air One, the positive alternative. And this is just a little positive song about gratefulness and being grateful. And she even mentions God, and she even mentions redemption. It's like, just seems so, it's a transition. Now, is that bad or good, I think her audience, maybe this is what she's done. She's not trying to reach the 16-year-old girl, the 17-year-old girl, the 18-year-old girl anymore. Maybe now she's trying to reach that, that mom now who's 24, 25. Maybe so. I don't know. It just seems like a transition to me. And again, please. This is just a stream of consciousness, just thinking out loud as I'm looking at the new albums, just throwing out some thoughts. You can draw your own conclusion, depending on your age. Now, I think some of you who will say, like, I love the album, you're probably older. And I think some of you are younger are probably going to be like, Katy Perry, who? Oh, that woman who's on American Idol? Yeah, she's old. Yeah, who cares? They're probably on to something else. So I don't know. Who knows? If she can get, what she needs? She's got to get one of her songs to go viral on TikTok. And then, boom, she'll be the next big thing, because I guess that's how you get big now, is on TikTok. Okay. So there's Katy Perry. Smile. That album obviously was, it's a big name. But the one that I definitely going to spend some time with is Energy by Disclosure. I cannot wait to hear it. I'll be definitely placing a lot of this album. Probably, if I love it, probably placing a lot of it on the Currently on Radar playlist, which is available on Spotify and Apple Music. That's the Currently on Radar playlist. But yeah, I can't. It's been 5 years, I guess, since when they released their second album. Has it been that long? Maybe so. But yeah, Disclosure. The name of the album is Energy. It's how many tracks? Oh, it's interesting. It's 2 albums. It's got 20 songs, but it's interesting. It goes from track 1 to track 11. Then it goes to track 1 to track 9. And then 2 tracks are missing. So I don't know what's going on here. So this is interesting. I don't know. I don't know exactly what they're, how this is all supposed to work, but I'm going to be looking forward to listening to the album, and I can't wait. So there's Disclosure. What else has shown up here that could be of great significance here? Let's go to, now, there's some hot tracks out that you may want to pay attention to. There's a couple here that really has my attention. Calvin Harris and The Weeknd, Over Now. That could be good. Blackpink and Selena Gomez, Ice Cream. Now, I don't know if the song's any good, but that sounds like it could be interesting. So we got Calvin Harris and The Weeknd. That I can't wait to hear that. The Neighborhood put out Pretty Boy. That could be interesting. And then Eric Church, which of country artists, I've been a huge fan of Eric Church for a long time. He put out a song called Crazy Land. I don't know if that has anything to talk about what's happening in our world today. So it'd be interesting to get his take. So there we have it. Let's see, what else do we have here? I think, let me see here. I know it was released. I just got to find it. Where is it? I know it came out. Angel Olsen. Yeah, Angel Olsen released her full album. Whole New Mess. We talked about one of the songs. So, well, this is the description of the album. I just wanted people to see me broken down and to know that I'm not afraid to be broken down. Well, there you have it. That's called Whole New Mess by Angel Olsen. So that looks like it could be interesting. Let me go here to let's see. Let me go down here to genres. I'm looking at Apple Music if you want to know what I'm looking at. That's just the thing that I had open. Let's go to genres, where I always go indie. Let's see what is shown up on the new indie albums. Well, they got Angel Olsen, obviously. I'm not shocked there. What other albums? Inner Song by Kelly Lee Owens. That sounds interesting. Inner Song by Kelly Lee Owens. I'm definitely going to be checking that out. That looks like it could be interesting. Let's see, what else do we have here? Let's go to new releases. Looking. There's a bunch of new albums here. I'm just looking for something that just jumps out. I'm like, oh, we need to talk about that. There's a lot here that I'm going to listen to. I can't say any of these just immediately jump out. Now, that means I'm probably going by one right now that I'll have to go back. Oh, Bright Eyes. Now, this came out, I think, a week ago. Down in the Weeds Where the World Once. What's the whole title? I think that's the whole title. Down in the Weeds Where the World Once, Bright Eyes. Now, is this the album? I think this is the one that the first song. Yeah, I believe if you look up the album Down in the Weeds Where the World Once by Bright Eyes, listen to the first track. It's 3 minutes and 57 seconds long. And I think this was the album because I've talked about this before on my podcast where I'm not a fan of on an album where the first track serves as an introduction. I hate them. And here's the reason why. 99% of the time, you listen to the track, it serves as an introduction. You listen to it the first 2 or 3 times, you may even think it's interesting. You may even think it's cool. But after about the 5th time, it usually just becomes irritating and you just skip it. So I don't know why artists waste the first track as an introductory track, unless it just absolutely serves a massive purpose. Like, that first track gives me an interpretive clue and how to interpret the whole album. Like, it's got to really serve a major purpose. If it doesn't really serve a major purpose, then it really is just like, oh, we've got a little time. Let's do something cool. Let's do something cute. Let's do something a little unique. But after about the 5th time, it's not unique or cute anymore. Now you're just like, I want to get to the album. So this album by Bright Eyes, it almost feels like the first track, which is almost 4 minutes long, feels like that whole first track is an introduction to the album. And if it is, it's really irritating. I just go check it out and see what you think. Again, the name of the album, Down in the Weeds Where the World Once, by Bright Eyes. And so let me see here. Make sure, is that the whole title? Yeah, I guess. Well, I don't know. It's not. Let me see here. Yeah, I guess the whole title is Down in the Weeds Where the World Once Was. Okay, Down in the Weeds Where the World Once Was. Talk about a crazy long album title. But there you have it, by Bright Eyes. You may just look up the group Bright Eyes and you'll be able to find it. So that one's interesting. That came out about a week ago. I was going to do some talking about it. Now this one looks interesting. I like the album cover. It almost looks like a UFO flying over like a community. It's what it looks like. It says How to Be Human, Suburban Living is the name of the band. Suburban Living, the name of the album, How to Be Human. Now, the album cover got my attention. Is it any good? I don't know. Suburban Living, How to Be Human. That looks like something that we should definitely check out. So what else is going on here? Aluna released an album, Renaissance. Many fans first met Aluna through Aluna George. That's how I knew. So now I guess this is just Aluna's own album. And it's got how many tracks? 14 tracks. It's in the dance genre. Aluna, I definitely will be checking it out. I'm definitely interested to see what they have to do here. So that could be interesting. Renaissance by Aluna is definitely another album I would definitely tell you to check out. All right. And yeah, there you have it. There's a lot of other things going on, but there's some of the things. So let's just kind of back up and go through some of this. All right. So it is New Music Friday. Katy Perry's released the album. That's probably the big name. I'm a little conflicted in how big she is. The album has only made it to number 30 on the charts, on the Apple Music album charts, which is kind of like, I know rap dominates streaming, so maybe I shouldn't be surprised, but I really thought she would have hit the top 10. I really would have. So does this mean she's lost some power? Maybe she's not relevant. Maybe we need to wait till tomorrow until people really have a chance. Or is her audience, I mean, does anyone buy physical copies anymore? I don't know. So, but there you have it. I don't know what to think about Katy Perry. It just seems like here's that edgy kind of controversial pop star who's grown up. And maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it's better than her trying to be edgy and when she's grown up and she's at a different time in her life. Maybe it's a more a transparent and honest album, and that's a good thing. I'm not trying to criticize it. I'm just trying to process it. I'm trying to understand, like, where does she fit in now? I mean, she's on American Idol. I mean, like, where does she fit in? Like, where is she going? Where will her audience follow her? Will the younger audience embrace anything she puts out? I don't know. That's something you'll have to draw your own conclusion. The album that really jumps out to me, obviously, is Energy by Disclosure. Now, Lil Wayne, didn't even realize this. Lil Wayne, No Ceilings. That's going to probably dominate. And I think it's already number 2 on the chart. So and he's got a song called Kobe Bryant, which will probably get a lot of attention. So Lil Wayne is probably going to he's going to probably dominate the streaming charts. What else do we have here? I'm just looking. Toni Braxton released an album. Now, again, where's her relevance? Oh, Lovely the Band. Lovely the Band released an album, Conversations with Myself About You. Cool title. I love that title, Conversations with Myself About You. All right. Lonely the Band, Conversations with Myself About You. Best album title of the week. There you go. I love that. That's brilliant. I'm going to listen to the album just because of your album title. Conversations with Myself About You. Thumbs up. That's stinking awesome. That's a cool title. All right, let's see. What else do we have here going on? So that's the deluxe edition. Black Pumas put out a deluxe edition of their album, Black Pumas. That was released a while back. There's some good stuff on that Black Pumas album. So they got a deluxe edition. Yeah, I may have to listen to the deluxe edition. We got... how do you say their name? Necrot? 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 I think that's how you say it. Necrot. To all death metal, black metal fans, I apologize if I say their name right, but I believe it's Necrot. The name of the album is Mortal. Creepy, crazy looking album cover. This is where I want the vinyl just for the album cover. Oh, you'll just have to see it. Look up Necrot, Necrot. Look up the album Mortal. 7 songs, 38 minutes. Death metal, black metal. Yeah, I bet you I won't. I may like the guitar works. Yeah, I'm going to get a copyright violation. So I wanted to hear the vocals. Let me see here. Yeah, it's got the... Okay, I hate those kind of vocals. I hate it. I love the music, but I like a little bit of that. I like actual singing, and then a little bit maybe throwing in a little... But it just after a while, you just want to like, could you stop, please? But the album cover is awesome. They may have the album cover of the week. It looks like people ripping off their flesh. Yeah, that's what it looks like. People have cut off their flesh, and now they've come to this cliff, and they're throwing their flesh off the cliff. That is a cool-looking cover. The symbolism there is powerful. I just wish I would like the vocals, but man, that looks stinking awesome right there. I feel like we're just walking through the music store, and I'm like, oh, look at this. Oh, look at this. Let's see, what else do we have here? What else do we have here? I'm just looking if there's anything else that jumps out at me. Oh, they got the soundtrack for Bill and Ted, Excellent Adventure, or Face the Music, whatever the name of the movie is called. Let me look here. I'm afraid. Well, I don't know. I thought it was going to be like a lot of, Bill and Ted Face the Music original motion picture soundtrack. It is out now. Look, when did the first Bill and Ted movie come out? Let me look here. I could be, I don't know why. Let's see, Bill and Ted Bill and Ted, was it Excellent Adventure? Yeah, it was 1989. Okay, so I was a teenager in 1989, and guess what? I didn't go see Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. I have never seen Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. I watch a bazillion movies. I love movies. Maybe the idea of two basically seemingly dumb teens set off on a quest didn't seem too appealing to me. Maybe my view is I go to school with a bunch of dumb kids, so why do I want to watch a movie about two dumb teenagers? I didn't see what was appealing to it. And then all of those dumb kids that I really didn't get along with were like, "Oh, dude, it's so dude, it's so great, dude, it's a dude." And I'm like, "Oh man, I'm not watching it." So I've never watched it. Okay, and I'm probably not going to watch the new one either. So I'm probably not going to listen to the soundtrack. So there you have it. Yeah, I know people can get mad. I didn't get it. So, but they also have the soundtrack to Yellowstone season 3. Now that could be interesting. Yellowstone, if you've not seen that show is so stinking, so well written, so well acted. It is definitely an adult drama, definitely has some explicit things in it, but man, just so well written. And there's so many elements we could talk to. We got issues about race, issues about things that's happened to Native Americans, issues about who owns the land, who originally owned the land, how does that all work, who should keep it, who should have it, who should have control over it, family issues, racial issues, politics, money, greed. Yeah, Yellowstone, it's an amazing show. If you've never watched it, you need to go back and just binge watch the heck out of it. It's really, and I don't even like binge watching, but it's really, really good. And the soundtrack, I'm very interested to hear the soundtrack. Man, they got 27 tracks on this thing, an hour and 39 minutes of music. So I'm going to have to listen to that to see if any of it stands out. All right, I'm going to stop right there. There's a lot of other things that have come out, but I think you kind of got a basic idea of what's coming out. Just remember, here's the way it works. When I start listening to all of these albums, they will start showing up on the Currently On Radar playlist. The Currently On Radar playlist is available on Spotify. It's available on Apple Music. It's not put together by some computer. I don't have some team of people no, it's me. I put headphones on, and this is literally what's happening. I have headphones on, and I'm listening. I'm like, oh, man, this is good. Add it to the playlist. I may rearrange its space where I place it. I may group it with another song because I think there's something unique about the way the two songs fit together. Maybe there's some little inside joke. Maybe it's a musical connection. Who knows? But I'm going to be doing a lot of deleting of what's currently there. So please subscribe to the Currently On Radar playlist. Please do that. And and as I try to make a final decision on what to do with this podcast, whether to just be done with it. If you would like to offer any thoughts, newsif@yahoo.com, 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 because that can kind of convince me what I should do. I don't know. If I had a sponsor, I'd probably stay with it because I just wanted a sponsor where I could make a little money. But even though we made it to number 2, we were all over the charts, top charts, news charts. We were everywhere. And no, we wiped... Anchor gave us a sponsor, but we had so many listens in the first 7 days that we maxed out the amount of money they paid out. So that was the end of this. We started a podcast, and within 7 days, we had already maxed out the amount of money you can get from a podcast. In 7 days. You talk about, that's awesome, but then discouraging, like, okay, well now and then all Anchor says is, we're trying to find you a sponsor. We're trying to find you a sponsor. I'm like, well, okay. I kind of did this to try to make a little extra money. So we'll see. I've got to make a lot of decisions there. But you can give me your thoughts and your feedback at newsif@yahoo.com. All right, New Music Friday. There's kind of a trip through the record store, to use that analogy. I know it's a little dated, but you get the idea. A trip through the streaming services to help you with your music choices for this weekend. Thank you for listening to the Currently On podcast. Please stream the heck out of it. Listen, and then I'll try to decide if we are going to keep producing episodes. I will do this. I will be the first one to come on here and tell you if it's over, if it's done, if the experiment has run its course. If it is, I'm going to be grateful for all those of you who did listen, and we'll just have to decide what we're going to do. But hey, go out there, enjoy life. It's too short to waste a second, and I don't want to waste a second doing something I don't want to do. So that's why I got to decide what I want to do. All right. Y'all have a great one. Have a great weekend. New Phineas and Ferb movie on Disney Plus. Yes, Phineas and Ferb. I mean, come on. Every day they always found something to do for each day of summer vacation, which seemed to never end. All right. But yeah, Phineas and Ferb, new movie on Disney Plus. So that'd be a fun time. So I'm going to be watching that tonight just because that show was stinking hilarious. All right. It really was. All right. Everyone have a great one. Enjoy.